Yatoro is considered by many to be the best carry in the world. His farming speed is insane, and only a few players can match him. In the game against Team Iron Wing, he performed extremely well, going 18-0 on Lone Druid and 17-2 on Shadow Fiend. To study how he did it, I watched both the games and saw similarities in his game plan. So in this video, I'll be sharing with you his Shadow Fiend game analysis, what I learned, and how you can also apply it in your games. Let's get into it. Hey guys, it's your coach Balloon. Today, I want to bring you through Yatoro's gameplay from Team Spirit. Okay, so let's go straight into Yatoro's laning phase. So first thing, during the laning phase, both sides always want to aggro to their range to deny it. Sometimes if you're stronger, you don't want to aggro to range, but in this case, since he's landed some harass, the creeps go to range, so that's fine. And immediately you see he'll match his support's movement, right? Most of you guys are probably still standing here trying to take this CS, but you see how pro players, the way they lane, they'll match their partner very well. Okay, so he gets the range creep, helps the guy zone a little bit, puts some presence in the lane, and then protects the range creep there. So if you guys actually look at this again, he attacks the tree to force the creeps back to himself so that the creep cannot be denied. This is a really useful skill in lane if you guys are able to do this to mess with the last hits of your opponents. Okay, so you force creep aggro back to yourself. Now as a Shadow Fiend, you can see that he's actually queuing up the Boots of Speed first because this is a dominant hero. Dominant heroes want to be able to run enemy heroes down without them being able to run away. So straight away we buy Boots and we're gonna start raising enemies to chase them down. Alright, so raise to secure creeps a little bit, secure some creeps again. Okay, that's good. Also, he's not like letting go of this guy because you can see the being a range hero against a mini hero and level 2 against level 1, he knows clearly in a 1v1 situation we're able to trade stronger. But pub players will probably like pull the wave apart, split apart, and let this guy free farm like this. But if you understand your limits in lane, you will always be sticking to the enemy hero and you'll be trading them if you know you're stronger. Okay, especially if you're playing like say a life stealer where you know you're stronger 1v1 melee, or like a drow ranger, or like a lone druid, definitely enemy heroes cannot escape you, and you should look something like this. So this already reflects good laning fundamentals. Now Yatoro has a big wave on him, so if you guys understand wave equilibrium, you never want a big wave pushing to you, at least not like +2 to +3 creeps. So immediately he needs to start killing the creeps here to minimize the size of the wave, in case the creep aggro damage is too high. So already he's like auto-attacking some creeps down, because when the next wave pushes to him, the wave cannot be so big and they won't lose the trades. Right, so just some basic last hitting, and okay, immediately you see this guy is trying to drag the wave, and Yatoro responds by watching his partner and then making this a 2v1. So really good. We want to always watch our partner and trade 2v1. And this in turn becomes an easy kill chance. Okay. From here already, it's a very good start for SF because you can see good laning fundamentals into zoning, into matching enemies' movement because strong 1v1, into matching partners' movement into strong 2v1, and then rushing a Boots. Now the Doom can no longer lane because the Shadow Fiend at level 3 with Boots, insanely hard to lane against. So you just want to be always in the face of the enemy heroes and not letting them go. Also in this game, you realize that the safe laner Pure is playing Life Stealer, and there's no way Dark Willow and Unlord can do anything to a Life Stealer. So eventually they're gonna try to play top, because if you can't do anything to a lane, it's better you rotate to another lane by level 2 to 3. You can see also there's a lot of pros like to plant wards in the gate because rotations happen really fast. So that's a tip you guys should take as well. Normally rotations will happen around level 4 to 6 in pub games. So try to make sure your side lane gates are warded. So they spotted the ward here with the Undying movement, and they're just gonna play safe a bit. Right, but then the Willow knows this, they can bait the fight out, so you see that they bait the fight out and then immediately Willow TPs in and now they can counter the fight. So these are just some basic trading stuff. Deaths like this are fine because they are not considered feed. So now Shadow Fiend has like a power charge in 4 minutes, that's really good. From here on, he has a really strong lane presence, and they just need to make sure in a lane like this, the Doom doesn't get to 6. Because the moment Doom gets to 6, Shadow Fiend has to get kicked out of lane, and then his farm will become slow because he can't farm the lane creeps. Before the video, I created a Dota 2 course with many guides inside. If you want to finally climb to Immortal, watch this short clip. Hey gamers, it's your coach Balloon here. Are you feeling hard stuck in your rank? Or played Dota for years and can't improve? I've got the solution for you. I created the Dota 2 Ultimate Bootcamp to help you finally improve. You'll get 2 weekly calls where you'll receive feedback so you never feel lost in games. You'll get access to step-by-step courses with proven strategies so you stop losing lanes. And you'll be surrounded by players with the same goals so you can practice together. If you have spent hundreds of hours watching YouTube videos but are still not climbing, or you've seen hundreds of pro matches but don't know how to play like them, then this program will be the best fix for you. Stop guessing and start climbing today. Click the link in the description to learn how. So you see that they will keep focusing the top lane and abandon the bot lane. So Collapse will be playing the lane alone as Underlord to sow XP and farm alone, also to farm the 2 camps behind, while 3 of them will try to focus top and prevent Doom from getting 6. Also, since Shadow Fiend is a strong laner, they can really all in this lane. So already he's starting to push the lane in, and you can see how they dive towers here. It's just level 3 to 4 guys, this is pretty crazy, right? So straight up, the E3 can no longer farm in the lane because of the pressure that he's constantly facing, so eventually he probably has to cut the wave or something. Alright, you can see that the E3 had to cut the wave here because it's feeling like the lane is really hard, but then Clockwork is ready for it, so this is really good read from them. So it's gonna play patient here and prevent him from dragging the wave away. So straight up, a really good start for Yatoro. Right, from now, being level 5 Shadow Fiend, he has hit a really strong spike in terms of his raise damage, and they know that the E3 is struggling in lane. So immediately they'll be like, oh, Catapult, and we have teammates, and Doom is struggling, so let's try to pressure top and break the tower together. Because they are gonna push their limits with the lead they have. Right, guys, you can see they're already pushing forwards, top side, 3 heroes, into this Doom so that Doom doesn't get 6 and doesn't kick Shadow Fiend out. That way they can lengthen the stay in lane and feed on this Doom. So they're trying to cut these heroes off, you can see, and they're also contesting the XP Shrine at 7 minutes. Since this is a strong lane, they can definitely do this. Now Yatoro is just moving mid to contest the rune to show his presence so that Ember cannot get the rune top side. Okay, and that's a potential fight also. So once it's done, he's pressured, he's shown his presence, so he's gonna return to top and play against the Doom again. They need to make sure Doom doesn't get 6 if possible. But the moment he's close to 6 or near 6, or he has gotten 6, then Shadow Fiend has to stop playing lane. So from here, they understand that Doom is almost 6 soon, and now you see they're all playing to the other side of the map again, because this side is no longer the strong side the moment Doom gets 6. So from now, Shadow Fiend is just gonna shove the wave, and then move to jungle, and we start our post-laning transition into early game phase as a carry, where we're just gonna shove and jungle repeatedly. So you can see it's going to start minimizing interactions, and it's going to start just spamming wave and jungle over and over again. Remember guys, this part is important because if you stay in lane like this and offlaner is 6, the chances of people smoking to kill you is extremely high with gates and smokes and offlaners ult, so you overstay and you die. So you just want to shove and leave, shove and leave. You don't want to overstay, push, and die. Even when he shows, he's showing for 2 seconds, 3 seconds, and he's done. See, immediately he's just wave jungle, wave jungle. Alright, so again, just to recap guys, we understand so far from Yatoro's fundamentals, you'll actually notice very similar stuff to Satanic and most of the top carry players. So they have good laning fundamentals, they know how to creep aggro, why to creep aggro, they know how to stick to the enemy hero when they are in a stronger position, they know how to zone the enemy heroes, they know how to match their partner in lane, 2v1, 2v2, sustain their health, position properly, and eventually when the lane transitions over to 8-9 minutes and they can no longer sit in lane, they're gonna start shoving and jungling and stop interacting in lane. So these concepts are very replicable in your pub games as well, so make sure you keep in mind. Okay, so from here you just jungle and camps and waves. Jungle, camps and waves. We are jungling as we are waiting for wave to return, as we are waiting for teammates to come gank for us. Yeah, and this maybe might be a convenient kill chance here since clock happens to be near and he's almost 6, maybe. So he's pinging that, oh, I can give you the camps to get you to 6, and then we might get the kill chance here. Yeah, really convenient play here. Okay, really good. They're done. So now they pressure the Doom out a bit. Now SF can stay for maybe 1 or 2 more waves before he leaves to jungle. That gives him more farm as well. Remember guys, you always want to prioritize waves whenever you can because crit waves gives you much more than jungle camps. For example, a big camp like this probably gives you something like 0.6 of a crit wave only. 0.6 to 0.7. So if you can get wave on top of jungle versus you just jungling like this, it's always a lot faster that you get wave together with jungle versus just jungling, because you don't get the amount of wave gold and XP as well. That's why the pro players can farm so fast, because paired with their laning fundamentals and also the presence of supports that help them a little bit, they can then squeeze out more crit waves and still end up in jungle like this. That's why their farm is so much. So this is really good awareness to time so that we stack. Okay, so we're just like jungling, shoving. Again, we're in early game phase, post laning, so we don't want to interact, we don't want to chase after people. Our job now is to avoid death and just to farm like crazy, unless there are easy kill chance that's convenient to us. Still, we return to lane, shove the lane, and then, oh, now my teammates are near me, right? Teammates being near me gives me the chance to like take some convenient fights, so just assess and see is there anything to get for free. Okay, that's an easy kill chance, and immediately you see, he backs off and he assess. Ember is coming in, I need to disengage and assess, can I take the fight somewhere? If not, I have to back off and go farm again. So that was a convenient cleanup play, immediately reset. Okay, but then you can see that since most enemies are top, he can actually help pressure the bot lane a bit, so might as well we go down, help pressure bot a bit before we come back to farm again. Also, if he stays top, the chances of him farming here and dying is extremely high because they just gank top, so there might be like smoke plays to find him. That's why this becomes now the dead lane and they can no longer stay in top. This gate play is done, actually you see this a lot even in the Satanic game I cover, you see him like rotating with gates and also making the play on his tiny, so you guys should also learn stuff like this. Okay, now that it's done, he's just gonna go back to farm, he's helped his team break a tower for free. Again, we understand it's a free tower, it's not a contested tower, right? Most of the things you want to take should be free and easily given to you. So now we're just gonna go back to farming again as we wait for the next fight to break out and clean up the fight. So wave to jungle and then jungle back again. Yep. See, it's not really staying in lane for long. He just shows up, 2 seconds, gets out. Shows up, 2 seconds, gets out. This way he's never caught. Even when he goes to lane, there's always someone protecting for him or enemies are showing, right? Okay, so we are just jungling and we're waiting for waves. And that gives us information that, oh, enemies are on our team now. So let's farm back because we cannot farm into lane anymore. Okay, now we're just jungling as we're waiting for wave to return, as we're waiting for the next play to make, maybe like a cleanup, an easy kill or something. And then now, oh, I'm farming near and then a cleanup happens. So let's take it again. See, we're never the first person to get caught, right? Yatoro is never getting caught. It's very clean carry gameplay, similar to Satanic. It's just that he does a little bit earlier rotation sometimes. So this is still not true timing. This is just like skilling. True timing is Manta +1 or maybe like 25 minutes usually. So now he spots that heroes are bot, so you can push top. Immediately they are pushing top again. Also, you notice that Yatoro makes a lot of good calls on the map, right? Most of the time he's pinging, drawing. So this is again another skill. You see he's drawing on the map. Guys, we took top, we killed Leicester, so let's play this area now and I can farm the jungle away from them. So these are fights that we don't want to be in because they are part of a waste of time, right? We are unsure of the outcome of the fight and we do not yet have our item timings. So we're gonna skill first as we wait for more. Also, fights like this, we are not needed. This is a really important skill that you guys must learn, guys. Like, not every fight must be joined. Okay, you just need to pick the fights that are actually worth your time, and you must, pro players assess this really well. That's why they're always top net worth and they're not wasting time. Whenever you guys make like 2 or 3 bad TPs in 15 to 20 minutes, that's usually what messes you up in games. Because you get stuck and you get caught running around by enemy heroes. So immediately we are done, enemy spawn, right? We are back to farming again. Just push our limits a bit, take the stacks away from them, get an extra crit wave, And we're back to camps again. So in 18 minutes, this guy is level 15. Most of the top tier post 1 carry players, 18 minutes, are level 14 to 15. Right? Maybe if they're struggling a little bit, 13. But even that is considered good standard because once they go 20 minutes, usually they are about 15 to 17. Okay, now again for the rune. So Yatoro is just pushing forward, maybe show his presence a bit. Maybe there might be something to get with the rune. If not, then we're just gonna go back to farm after the fight. See guys, he's always nearby for the rune. Farm conveniently located with the rune. Behind his teammate, maybe contribute to an easy kill, and easy kills might lead to more. But if there are no kills that lead to more, then we're just going to go back to jungle again. And now we spot enemies are mid, so let's farm towards top. Lifestealer alone, he knows it's not a problem, so he's going to take the wave here. Also guys, you notice that he doesn't buy Black King Bar this game because it doesn't really look like a Black King Bar game. There's no Lion, Shadow Shaman, real pick-off heroes. And he needs to handle the Lifestealer that has Radiance. So buying the Silver Age would actually help cancel the Lifestealer's passives and eventually give him enough damage to deal with the rest. Because if he buys BKB, he cannot solve the Lifestealer. So now we're still trying to skill to our item timing. You can see so far it's just convenient plays, right? We're farming, we're skilling, we're picking easy fights, helping with runes if you're near, and then we're waiting for that +1 pipe before we try to do more with the team. So now this is actually, they try to get down because they feel like something is wrong, but then they got picked off. So not much he can do about this, but it's just like, what can we do about deaths like this? These are not random feats, these are just good plays by the enemy heroes. And they still got more than they lost for Shadow Fiend. They tricked 3 heroes, so that is still fine. Okay, now Yatoro has managed to hit his Manta plus Pike, so it's about 20 minutes. Now we can play more towards our team. Okay, so you'll see his movement now is more towards team, and let's see if he makes any calls that's like, let's group and fight more. See guys, immediately, just like I said, he wants to be like, okay, I'm ready, let's do stuff together. You see this in Satanic also, you see this in Yatoro, you see this in a lot of top carry players. About 2-3 item timings, about 20-25 minutes, time to group and fight more. So straight away, that's a good fight with the Pike, with teammates, and then they're like, alright, we're strong. Also, since there was XP Shrine, they know that enemies are around here, so this is the place that we want to play now. Okay, and immediately, since they win the fight, this should become an easy Roshan. And with the Roshan, after winning a fight, take Roshan. Roshan should push into more objectives, and objectives should lead you to more easy fights. So let's just take a look at the amount of last hits these top 3 players have, guys. 22 minutes, all of them have like 200, 212, 276. Because they are not wasting time with any bad TPs, right? The TPs they are making are worth their time. They are not going to give up too much CS for it unless they're really needed to take the fight. And this is not just about post 1. Like, every one of them think the same way. This is high-level, advanced thinking where it's not like we want to help our team, but more like, is this fight worth my time? So now you see his teammates are all bot, and then we have ages and we have timing, and it's about 22 minutes. So let's start playing down into our teammates now. Okay, so immediately he shove top, and then he's going to get down. Get down, take fights, and then this should become a free tower. Since he has ages, he's not afraid to do stuff, and he feels like a raid boss. Okay, so the fight is done. Now they are near the Tormentor, so let's go get the Tormentor. And using this Aegis, he has about 4 minutes to play however he likes because enemies cannot contest him due to him being strong. So let's split the map some more, farm some more, and as I buy time and I wait for my teammates to reset, I'm going to fill some downtime. And it gets like a pick-off here. It's really good. And now this pick-off should become more forwards pressure that will lead to more easy fights. So now you see teammates are mid, and then you need to be and then we need to start moving to our team now because we have timings and we are strong. So this is all following very textbook carry gameplay of item timings and power spikes. We'll push forwards, and he knows he can do anything he likes. So either we play to team or team plays to us. In this case, since there's a top tower and Shadow Fiend is here to pressure, then his team will play to him. Yatoro is so far ahead, level 19 with Aegis. And this should become a mid tower as well because they cannot contest him. Alright, that's really good. Yep. So now he has 2 minutes on Aegis. he needs to either take a fight or reset for the next tower down here. So you see he farms the top, and then he's going to take the gate down, and then now we can play bot side, and let's use this Aegis to try and force the tower down here because we're down with top and mid. You see his movements, guys, it's about like balancing farm and then gating to team for fight, balancing farm and then moving to team for fight. Every carry player, the idea is the same. Even when you play your pups, the idea is the same. Ensure you have good laning fundamentals, and then get your item timings, and then group to team. Before that, play for convenience, play for cleanups, and try not to feed. So here you just like read boss mode already. The game is practically done by here because it's so far ahead. With the Aegis as well, they managed to push their lead, push their limit, and this becomes a free tower now because they just won a fight. Right, now the Aegis is gone, so the next plan is to wait for the next Aegis or wait for the next pickoff. So now we're back to farming and we're back to matching our teammates. If nothing is happening, we'll farm. If our teammates want to do stuff, then we fight. So if this DD, his team tells him that, oh, there's a DD here, right? Let's take the DD and group and fight. So maybe a smoke play might be possible here. See, he's pinging, making calls. I'm strong, guys. I have a bottle with the DD. Let's try and do something here. We're using our lead and pushing for limits and then drawing map like, oh, I'm strong. Let's go contest. I have DD. So everyone go down now. Let's take the fight. See, using our lead, we want to push, force fights off our power spikes, and also like adjusting to our teammates' movements. So enemies know that, oh, something feels off, right? The map is black and then they just spotted someone. So right now they want to avoid and split the map some more and only pick off heroes one by one. So they know this, so they avoid them. So now the best thing that Team Spirit can do is to wait for Roshan or to wait for someone to get picked off outside the map. See, all lanes are constantly shoved in. And now it's like, oh, top lane, they're coming for top. Let's try to contest this because we are strong. As long as we are not picked off, we are grouped up and fighting, that's good. Okay, so straight away we take a fight. Yatoro should win this fight easily. And then we get just he gets just a hook wing, but that's good enough. This should eventually become Roshan. Alright guys, so I've covered laning phase, fundamentals I've covered, post laning identification, where lane is done, what to do, play for convenience, I've covered early game, how to skill, and how to play for TP kills or again convenience. And then I've covered now mid to late game where you want to use your lead to group with team 20-25 minutes and you want to use that to win fights into Roshan, and using the lead you will group and try not to get picked off. And then over and over again we're just playing for Roshan and 5-man pickoffs or 4-man pickoffs. Okay, so now Yatoro is farming top and his teammates are down here. He has to immediately start farming down in case a fight breaks out. So let's see how the fight goes. But then Clockwork starts getting picked off and then they feel like, oh, this fight starts feeling a bit off because there's no vision. And Willow is also getting picked off here. So this fight feels a bit off. Let's back off, reset, wait for next Roshan, and wait for our teammates to spawn again. Right, so let's run away from here because clearly enemies are coming like this, trying to pick us off with a number lead. Now that my teammates are alive, it'll be pinging like, oh, this is the area to play. We can hold here in the meantime. So let's come play this. Also with the outpost as well that can lead into Roshan. See, all their movements are based off objectives, guys. Like Roshan is up, we spawn, let's go for Roshan, take this outpost, use our lead, take a fight, maybe pick off, and then push into Roshan. And with this Roshan objective, we should be able to attempt high ground from here. Alright, now it's done. Alright, game is done. I'm Aegis. I'm level 23. Yatoro is probably thinking I can do whatever I want and they cannot stop me anymore. So just go high ground, hit towers, and then my teammates will back me up. Nothing can go wrong anymore. So from here, it's just like a free game given to me. Yeah, see guys, no fear, right? Aegis, Manta, the amount of lead they have with teammates behind. Nothing can go wrong. Okay, they're still like just chilling a bit, not like forcing it, waiting for pickoffs, and seeing if anything can be caught. If nothing can be caught, then we're gonna slow push into the high ground racks. This mid to late game is about waiting for pickoffs, right? Catching people outside and delaying the Aegis usage so that we can maximize our gold and control until we're ready to go again. So there's the pickoff. We see enemies coming out and now we can take the fight and that should become the a high ground push from here. That's a really good hex from Lina, the purchase able to stop the Ember. And from here, we're able to push top because Ember is now gone. And this Life Stealer is rendered useless the entire game because one silver age and it becomes like a creep. I think Team Spirit actually played this really well because they identified that we just need to get SF online and avoid the Life Stealer in lane, then we're gonna win the game and prevent the Doom from getting 6 too fast. But you see guys, like even when they push, right, you'll see Yatoro is like, he doesn't just go in and die first person because you can die twice with Aegis. Right, just because you have Aegis doesn't mean you're like unkillable. You're actually killable twice because his teammates are not shielding for him and enemies are in their base. So he just wants to play a bit more discipline. He's gotten the Rexes, he's gotten 2 towers, now we'll just chill a bit and wait for the next fight. Let's reset and wait for the next Aegis to be used. So he's like, I still have 1 minute on Aegis, can I do anything? Clearly not, because my teammates are not ready to go. So it's okay, let's reset and wait for the next fight again. See guys, it's really all about Roshan, about pickoffs, right? About lanes being shoved, and then being patient and playing off our power spikes. Trying not to get caught as well. Now it's pinging, we are strong, let's go invade their jungle, contest it a bit, see if you can pick off anyone because we are far ahead. And then you just want to slow push down and wait for Roshan. Eventually, when they do get a pick off, then game should be done. Yeah, like this. Okay, so from here, it's like raid boss mode. I have the list, I have all my items, I'm like 5 levels ahead, so I'm just gonna run it down. Alright, good fight. Yep, easily. He just stands there and hits people with all his lead. So you see, guys, like most of the games are actually won by your first 20 to 25 minutes. How you perform there decides what most of your games will turn out in the next like 20-25 minutes. So definitely learn to master laning fundamentals, learn to farm post lane, how to move after lane, how to not get caught, right? How to not overstay, how to balance wave and jungle, and how to hit timings to group the team. That way you'll build the consistency to win games like these players. Of course, they have better supports in lane, but that doesn't mean that the concepts that they are showing are not like replicable in terms of laning fundamentals, right? Matching your supports, making communication, pinging for stuff to do, pinging intent, and then closing out games with Roshan. These are all actually very replicable stuff in pods because I teach this to my students also and it's proven to work, guys. So from here, they're just playing it chill, waiting for Roshan because even with a lead like this, in pro games, anything can happen. We can throw easily, right? So let's play it safe and wait for Roshan. Either Roshan or pick off, then finish. Okay, so in this case, Wing does like a final play. They smoke and try to catch them before they can Roshan. But in turn, they get wiped instead. Yep, so that becomes game from here. That's a desperation move, but game is done already. Okay guys, you see 17-13 in his Lone Druid game is like 18 kills and 0 deaths. Basically just, you know, really clean, really knowing how to read the map, how to avoid death, how to lane really well, how to match your partner in lane, how to make necessary movements, how to actually TP to fights that are worth your time, right? I hope you enjoyed this analysis and learned from it, and I'll see you again in the next one.